Good morning. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm here with blah 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 blah. I'm here with little Oliver today. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I really don't, because as usual, I haven't rehearsed anything. I've got a drink. Have you got your drink with you? I've got a cup of. Oh, mind you don't bang your arm, darling. Hot black currant and apple, I think it is. Yeah, hot black currant and apple, just for a change. Now, I'll tell you why I've got hot black currant and apple. Ruby, my cat, if you don't know Ruby, she's my cat that came from my daughter's. You must know her. We've had her over a year now, would you believe? It's been that long. Now, you'll hear her rattling around. My daughter's moved over a year ago, and the cat wouldn't settle in their new house, so she come to live with us. Now, Ruby is quite bomb-proof. Would you call it bomb-proof? Yeah. Because my daughter's got 4 autistic children, so she's used to noises and everything else. We've had firework night. That didn't faze her whatsoever. She even sat in the garden watching them. Not at all worried about fireworks. Now, I did have flea drops last week, and she wouldn't talk to me for 2 days. Yeah, she just wouldn't. She sold like mad and wouldn't speak to me for 2 days. And then that was followed by bonfire night, but she didn't care about that whatsoever. But she has gone very strange since. Now, I did grab her in those 2 days that she wouldn't speak to me. I did grab her to see whether the drops had burned her neck or anything like that, because they do, don't they? Some cats become allergic to them, and they were a different sort to what I normally get. So, but no, her neck wasn't sore. She let me pat her, she let me pick her up and stroke her and everything else. And she was fine. But, now, I've told you this before, I think my house is haunted. Yeah. Now, she has become, the last few months, she has become afraid of the hallway. Don't ask me why, because I do not know. She became afraid of the hallway. And she will not walk through the hall. She runs. Now, it's become the last few days, no, probably a week, because it's before I'd done her flea drops and everything else. She refused to come out the kitchen. And then if she did come out the kitchen, she'd run and get under the bed in the bedroom. Yeah, she's gone most strange. And then other times, she did that for a few days, hiding under there and sleeping under there. But if I pick her up and take her in the lounge, she's fine. She'll purr all over me and everything else. She just doesn't want to walk there. And yesterday, she just sat in the kitchen crying. She wouldn't come out. That's strange. Oh, it's got... Yeah, they're not poppers, they're buttons. Yeah, most odd. And we have had the most horrendous weather. So I want her coming in. I don't want her staying out in that. But she did. Last night, she came in to eat and then went back out again. As you know, she's got her cat flap. So, this morning, after I did get her in, she was totally dry. I don't know where she'd been, but she was totally dry. It wasn't wet. And when I opened the door, she came in. She came running in. Who knows? Then she ate food and went back out again. Disappeared for hours. And before Pete went fishing, I said to her, "Have you seen that cat?" He said, "No." And he'd been over the road talking to a neighbour. Well, she's normally follows him. but I don't know where she was. Anyway, I called her and called her again, and she jumped over the fence at the bottom of my garden, so she'd obviously been round there. And Peter said, oh, they've got a summer house, so she might, you know, tuck down out of the weather by that. Don't know. Oh, this morning before that, I picked her up and carried her into the lounge, but she wouldn't stay. And then she, as soon as I let go, she stood on the end of the sofa, on the arm of the sofa nearest the door, staring into the hall. And she keeps doing that as though she can see something we can't. It's a bit unnerving, really. And yeah, she wouldn't go and see Pete. She wouldn't go through the hall. He was still in bed, and he called her, and she wouldn't go through. And but this morning, to get her to stay in, I've put a cardboard box in the kitchen. And the last time I looked, she was curled up asleep in it. So I didn't want to make coffee. That is why I got hot blackcurrant. I didn't want to make coffee because my coffee machine makes such a noise. I didn't want to frighten her. The kettle woke her up, but yeah. So I don't know. Oh, I suppose she'll be all right. She's just having a funny few days. I don't know. Well, didn't show you what I was putting on Oliver, did I? And I don't even know if it'll fit him because I grabbed these out of a bag of clothes that was hiding under my bed. And Peter kept saying to me, what is that cat laying on? It's rattling. Well, yeah, it would be rattling because I got one of those, you know, the vacuum bags with boys' clothes in under the bed. But the vacuum's gone out of it, so it's all in rattles. Oh, look at you. Don't you look smart? Hey, little dungarees. They got a little bit big on him. They've got a dinosaur that goes roar. And 2 little pockets, just in case you need to carry anything around. Now, you're going to have a jumper on. This is going to be, I'm sure this is going to be, it's got dinosaurs on his jumper. Excuse me. It says up to 1 month, so it's probably going to be far too big. We're going to try it and see. Yeah, try it and see. Now, don't put your arms up. Come on. That's it. Thank goodness it stopped raining. We did, as I say, we had horrendous weather early this morning. And I was worried about the cat because she was out in it all. Pete says, I don't know what you worry for. She's got the cat flap. She can come in if she wants to. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh. I got a new recipe book today. I sent for. And it's, oh, goodness me, come on poppers, do up poppers. That's it. It's air fry cooking, and there's a couple of recipes on there. I might try. I might do them. If I do, I'll record it. If it's any good, I'll post it. If it's not, then I won't bother. Can you see him all right? I don't know whether... Oh, I expect you're all right. He's going to have his little white shoes back on because they fit him the best, so he's going to have those. I don't think I've got any blue ones, actually. I've got black ones, but they would be too big anyway, and Lucy's wearing those. My other small ones, I've got a pink, so I haven't got any blue ones. There we go, pop it. Does your hair need brushing, really? Just pop that over there. Excuse my arm. There we go. All done. As I say, I can't really see what you're seeing. There he is, little Oliver, from head to toe. Oh, have you been up to anything? I've just been pampering my cat. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I went to Slimming World on Monday. I didn't stop to group. I went in, and my friend does the weigh-in, and she said, I can't stop tonight. She'd arranged to go to a book club meeting that then she normally has at the weekends, but they was doing it on a Monday instead. So she said, I'm not stopping tonight. I said, well, if you're not stopping, I won't stop. I said, I'll go after I've been weighed. And that's what I did. And I didn't put any weight on from when I was ill. In fact, I was half a pound lighter. So I was quite happy with that, because I haven't been well and I quite expected to have a gain. So, yeah, that was that. So, yeah. Isn't he a poppet? Oh, I thought I'd lost my... Well, I did lose my eternity ring. This one here, this little one with the diamond chips in. Couldn't find it this morning. It should be on that hand, obviously, with my wedding ring, but doesn't go over that knuckle anymore. And also my engagement ring is on a chain around my neck, because that doesn't go over my knuckle. But that was my mum's, that one. That was the last ring my dad bought her before he died. Yeah, so I couldn't find it. My eternity ring that I never take off, I couldn't find anywhere this morning. So I must have taken it off when I was asleep last night, but I couldn't remember if I had it on when I went to bed or yesterday or what. So I did find it. It was underneath the coffee table this morning. So luckily, I hadn't vacuumed and it was sitting there. So I must have taken it off yesterday at some stage and put it on the coffee table. I don't remember when. I don't remember doing it at all. So, but I found it. I mean, it's not worth a lot of money. It isn't worth, but it's sentimental, isn't it? Sentimental value. We had our girls before we got married. So while we was just living together, Peter bought me that and my engagement ring. He bought me that ring. Normally you have it when you've been married, I think a year or whatever, but I had that before. And yeah, so I don't want to lose it. I wouldn't lose it, or hopefully I wouldn't lose it. I wouldn't lose it on purpose. But yeah, my fingers are so much bigger than they were. I got a little gold band that I used to wear before we was married, and I used to wear it on that hand. I can't get it over my knuckle. Just can't get it. So it was really tiny, really tiny. And it fits on that hand now. That's how much my fingers have grown. I mean, they're not fat fingers by any means. My mum's rings are all a bit too big for me, and I have to wear them on that finger, my biggest finger. Out there. Right, I suppose I better go. Yeah, I saw Susie Q from Susie Q's Happy Little Haven. I started watching your video this morning, but didn't get far. I will go back and watch it. I haven't caught up. I really haven't caught up. And I saw you're doing a Thanksgiving tag. Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK, as you know. But if there's any bits I can pick out of it, I will and do those. But I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go with this little man. And what you going to do? You going to go back to bed, or are you going to come and sit with me for a while? Yeah? No, I don't know what he's doing. He won't tell me. No. Right, I'm going to go, and if I don't get back before the weekend, have a lovely weekend. You're a bit skew-with today, aren't you? You're a bit skew-with. It's a bit late. A bit late now. Straightening you out. I might get a walk in, actually. It's a bit blustery out there, but I might go for a walk. I'll see how much I get done. I've got to do some bits first. Bye-bye. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.